Hi, this is Mark Davis with Big Water Adventures. I want to talk to you about rigging for sharks without being rigged for sharks. When I travel all over the place, right now I'm blown out. I'm in Georgia. We're supposed to be fishing for tarpon and bull redfish, but there's also some sharks out behind the shrimp boats. One thing I've learned traveling around is to be ready for everything, and that doesn't mean I can carry 40 rods and reels with each one rigged up, one for sharks ready to go. I'm gonna show you a real quick, easy way where I can take my tarpon rig, which I've got top shotted with 100-pound Seaguar fluoro, and put a shark rig on it real quick without taking any time whatsoever to go fish for sharks, and we can go back to tarpon. But it's a real simple, easy way to do it. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a Spro. This is a 200-pound ball bearing swivel. And I'm gonna take, I believe that is a 9/0 Gamakatsu Big Eye circle hook. And all I'm gonna do is just simple. I'm gonna tie about 18 to 24 inches on a Haywire twist with Malin number 10 hardwire, which I use for about everything. It's a 131-pound test. So the first thing we're gonna do is the hook to the swivel. Now, if you already know how to tie a Haywire twist, you can skip this portion, but essentially all you're gonna do is make a loop right there with that number 10. And then I like to cheat. A lot of guys don't have to do this and they're better at it than I am. I just take a pair of splizzers or pliers and just clamp that down right there. And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna keep these at about a 45 and go ahead and turn it 1, 2, loose, 3, 4. And then if you want, you can go 5. Usually 4 is enough for me. Go back up over the top. And then I'm gonna go at a 90-degree right here. Now, for all intents and purposes, you can turn loose of it. And I like to take those pliers right there where it's at 90 degrees, and then you're just gonna turn it on itself in barrels, nice, pretty, smooth barrels. And go around. And I've had guys say 3's enough, I've had guys say 5's enough, I've had guys say 10's enough. I just pretty much go until I get 6, 7, 8 of them. Nice and pretty and nice and tight. Just like that. Now when you're done, don't cut it. Do not ever cut that off. Just bend it back and forth, just like that, till it comes off on its own. The reason you do that is it'll end up breaking in the barrel. Malin makes good stuff. There it goes. It'll break in the barrel, and you got a nice smooth edge in case your fingers slide across of it. It won't gash you and put you in the hospital. So I'm gonna do the swivel this exact same way, then I'll show you the finished rig and talk about what we're talking about. So basically what I end up with here is, since the dawn of time, what we've been using for sharks. Number 10 Malin hardwire. It's a 9/0 Gamakatsu circle, and that's a Spro. It's about 200 pounds. So it's a ball bearing swivel, and I use this for a reason, because sharks tend to twist a lot. But what you need to do is to think about this not being rigged up for sharks. This is basically my ready rig if a blacktip swims by inshore, or even a mako swims by offshore. Hey, I might not catch him on this, but I'm at least gonna hook him up. So the last thing I'm gonna do, I top shot, me personally, the way I fish on Big Water Adventures, I go braided line to fluorocarbon, and my fluorocarbon is a shock leader, but it's also a chafing leader. So I'm not scared at all to take 100-pound Seaguar fluoro and use it as a top shot, and go ahead and go with this. This is gonna catch pretty much any of his hardware around his mouth. Now here's the last thing that I always do. You will never get this Gamakatsu out of that fish's mouth unless you do 2 things. One, for sure, file the barb down completely. Completely file it off. With a shark, you know, if it's a mako or something that jumps, a spinner shark, yeah, he might shake it, but usually it punches in that big, formidable bear trap jaw hinge. But besides that, go ahead and file the point down just a little bit. It'll make it a lot easier where it catches hinge to hinge, and you'll be able to back it out a lot easier. Remember, with circle hooks, you got to literally back them out. There's a lot of ways that you can get them out, and there's tools out there to do it. But the next time when you're sitting in a dock and it's blowing, and you can tell I'm on the roller coaster ride doing this, get these things rigged up just like you would for kingfish or anything else. That 10 hardwire, you can go just like that, and then take the hook in a few times just like that, hang it up, and when big old toothy jaws comes up next to the boat, whatever you're using, cut it off, go straight, you know, do a spider hitch real quick, go straight to the swivel, drop it down, and let him chew on it. You'll be ready no matter what happens if it's got teeth.